family, and welcome back to another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host, Desh Palay-Bechin, and joining me today is Phumzile Simelane, and she's the parts administrator at VW and Audi Klerksdorp, and that's part of the Safau Motor Group. So, a parts administrator is responsible for keeping track of inventory, ordering and purchasing parts for customers, and Phumzile is a quick thinker and stays organized, to qualities that ensures she delivers the best service, as she always puts the customer's needs first. Now, I got to know her for a long time before we started this shoot, and I must say she is so driven, so determined, and definitely is a go-getter. She wants to move up the ranks in this trade. She's excited and always takes initiative in terms of ensuring that she doesn't just do the best for herself and the growth of her and her career, but she also loves to promote her dealership. Very good at sales, I must say. So without further ado, let's welcome Phumzile. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions and Evo by Nedbank. Hello, Phumzile.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you? And that was a long drive all the way from Klerksdorp, so thank you so much.
No, I would like to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. It's something that we didn't think it's gonna happen, more especially that the motor industry is dominated by males. But I'm very much thankful for the opportunity, and I hope that I won't disappoint.
Oh, you'll never disappoint. I mean, you're already starting to champion for our causes. You understand that being part of this movement is not about your recognition and you moving up the ranks only, but to bring our community together so we can empower each other. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
So tell us more about your journey in the after-sales sector of the motoring trade.
Well, everything needs to run smooth so that the front part is up to date. I started at the motor industry 2019 and I was an intern, and I knew nothing about motor industry. I only knew what I thought I know, just the
We
front.
go in and buy a car and then...
Yes,
okay.
and then that's it.
Okay.
And I when I got there, I was given an opportunity to learn a lot of things. I was based in the stock controller department, but with me wanting to learn more, because I saw that it's a very broad and big industry to be in, I had to go around to learn a few things, ask here and there, and with all my determination and everything, I got to learn a lot from different departments. And I'm very happy now that I've accumulated so much experience for someone who's only had roughly 3 years in the motor industry. And I'm still eager to learn more, and I'm still learning. There's never a deadline to learning new things. At the moment, I'm a parts admin. I do the stock take, I do the ordering of parts, invoicing, banking, and I've been given the opportunity at the moment to be the second in charge in the parts department.
Yay! Well done.
And I'm very happy that my dealership recognizes their staff. I'm really glad that my line manager and my DP, so to say, that they give people, everyone in the department, a fighting chance to prove that they can do better, and you shouldn't be limited to doing certain things because you are placed in a different department. I'm just glad that so far I've learned so much. I've been a service advisor. I've helped with the switchboard. I've learned so much in the motor industry. Yes.
So Phumzile, that's why we do this. We're here to promote not just people that are in leadership roles. We're trying to encourage women across the spectrum like yourself, from wash bay to reception to parts to service, because one day you will be a DP.
Exactly. Or even
Receive
more.
Receive it, girl.
Or even more.
You will, and even more,
Yes.
exactly. Maybe working at the OEMs and whatever the case might be, but it starts from here. So we would like to encourage younger girls that are watching and are following to dream big. And you've got to start from somewhere and do everything and be a sponge and just,
Absorb everything.
absorb. So what is your opinion about everything that we are doing as an organization, which is a first in the world, by the way, to promote women in the motoring trade?
First of all, I'd just like to say I'm very proud of you guys. This is a very good platform for ladies and upcoming younger kids who want to be in the motor industry. Because I feel that with ladies and everyone else, the motor industry is not marketed the way it should be.
Yeah.
So with this opportunity, it gives us and it gives everyone an opportunity to learn, to grow, to understand more about the motor industry. So I believe that with this platform, we can go very far. We will find females everywhere, in every dealership, doing things people thought it's impossible to do. You would find a technician who's a lady.
And there's plenty already, but not enough.
Not enough. And we can never say no to more.
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely. So, Phumzile, why do you think women do well in our trade?
Women are determined. And the mere fact that we're trying to prove to a male-dominated industry that we can do more.
We want to do more.
We want to do more. And not that we're criticizing males and everything. We applaud them for their work. Because sometimes we even get motivated by them.
Absolutely.
Because if I can get someone who's a male who can do this, so can I. Or I can even do it better. So we're going to make it in this industry because we hard workers, we're driven, and we're very motivated. Remember, and I'm not trying to get the era whereby women didn't work and everything, but back then, we didn't have more opportunities.
Yes.
But with us now, in the 21st centuries, there is nothing that's stopping us. We can go to school, we can pursue our careers, we can do whatever we want, and there's nowhere where it's written, no, women cannot be in this industry because 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I like the fact that we're going to make it in this industry.
Absolutely. Look, there's still some discriminatory laws that we need to abolish and get rid of. And there's still that, that mindset that women can't do certain things in terms of after sales, being a technician or being, and working in the after sales department because we're too weak. I don't believe that. I believe that technology is providing an opportunity for women to be in the after sales department.
I also don't believe that. And I think because it's something that hasn't happened before, they are not used to it. And it's our chance to show it to them that there's always first time for everything.
Absolutely.
And they shouldn't be surprised if they see a woman doing something that it's not normal according to the society or anyone else.
Absolutely. And if you could start all over again in terms of your education, what would you go and study in terms of empowering you in this position that you are in now?
With the position that I have right now, I would go more deeper into the marketing and management certificates and qualifications and all that.
Which you are doing. You're starting to certify yourself in so many things. And I applaud you. Earlier on, you were telling me about literally going and doing a number plate course.
Yes.
And well done, because that's something I often say on this show. Please do not feel entitled. Do not feel entitled and that you deserve to have those positions. If you do not work for it, you're not going to get it. You need to educate yourself, empower yourself, and that is what's going to help you move up the ranks. So well done.
Thank you.
On realizing that for you without me saying it to you, because you haven't watched my videos. So well done. But yes, what else would you study? Except for marketing. I thought about the financial management, but on the other hand, not that I have anything against it, but it's not as challenging as
having to run the whole dealership,
Yeah.
or having to motivate your staff to do all that. Because with the F&I, like I don't mind moving to other departments as long as I'm broadening my information and I get to, you know how nice it is, even though it's not your department, but you have a little bit of information. If a customer walks in and says, but I want this tea, because you can just say it has this specs and this and this and that, and then you get to the parts department and then someone says, oh, but my water tank is discolored and whatnot and whatnot, and then you know, okay, I think it's time you replace your water bottle, and then you should buy coolant and do this, do that, without even them having to get the technician to, you know, you have something. If someone explains to you about something, you know, you don't have to say, okay, can you please give me 2 minutes? I'm just quickly running to the workshop to ask who and who what to do. You have a bit of light. More especially, I learned that a lot in the service department, because I had one technician who was willing to help me with everything. He was like, every time you don't have a lot of work, you should come to the workshop.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll show you what's what and how to handle customers. And
you know what's the key thing in what you're saying now is you refer to this person as a he.
He is.
And that's amazing, because we need men to champion for us, and we need men to encourage and to be that example. So I'm going to call him into studio and do an interview with him, because that's a wonderful person to interview, because he has empowered you. So that's amazing. Well done. What would be the hardest thing for you to give up if you had to move up the ranks, in terms of it becomes very time consuming to become manager or dealer principal? What do you think would be the hardest thing for you to give up right now?
In my personal life or work related? Both. Okay, I wouldn't give up my time with my daughter, but other things are not, I can do without. Let's say spending time over the weekends with friends and all that. And I believe that if it means that I have to study an extra hour or work overtime, let's say people knock off at 5, and then I should knock off at 6, so that I can accumulate more information and everything, so that I can make my work easier, then it's something that I can do. I don't mind giving my spare time to my work.
And what would you say should be the qualities of a parts admin person?
Patience. Perseverance, determination, and always willing to work as a team. Because sometimes you get salesmen ordering parts that are omitted or that are superseded, so you just need to make sure that you communicate with them properly, and then you reach the common goal. That way, if you and your staff members can communicate and do everything accordingly, then we have happy clients. What can you say about VW's parts? Oh my God. That's my happy place. That's my happy place.
It's not a question that I often ask, but I love VW, I own one. So what can you say about their parts?
They're good quality, and they're very genuine parts. You can never go wrong. And now that they have introduced the warranty on the parts and everything, I really think it will work best for us. With all the roads that we have, people need to replace shocks and do things on the vehicles.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I think it's something that people need to understand, that VW is a very good brand. It is, and a very big brand.
So Phumzile, I just want to ask you, in terms of your job, do you does parts admin people work on a Saturday, on a Sunday, overtime? How does it work?
I usually work.
This is purely to advise and educate people that wants to work in the parts.
Not necessarily, but I would prefer, so that my work is up to date. I work 2 Saturdays every month. And then if our month end falls in on a Saturday, then I have to work, because I need to close my bank, and I need to make sure that all the receipts are receipted for the previous month before we move to the next month.
So you say there's a lot of, obviously you parts admin, but administration, there is a lot of admin.
It is, and it needs you to be up to date, because now if they want credits from the previous week and your filing is not up to date, then you're hardly gonna find your work. More especially invoices, because we invoice every day. Whether it's cash, whether it's on account, we invoice every day.
Single day.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So who inspires you to do better?
Am I allowed to choose 2 people?
You can talk about 500 people. I have all the time in the world for you.
Okay. I would start with the lady that I have in mind. That would be Priscilla Bula.
Who is our current nominee, by the way. The finalist for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, and I believe that she nominated you. And that speaks volumes about her as well, that she wants to pay this forward. And she promotes people within her industry, so or in a dealership.
She's my dealer principal, by the way. She worked so hard, and she didn't let the idea of her being a woman to get criticized, more especially that most DPs are males. She took the position with both hands and showed it to us that she is capable, and she's been doing very well so far.
Right.
And the fact that she started from selling cars and being sales manager and all that to moving to being a DP, I believe one day she's going to be someone in high places in our motor group. And then the second one would have to be my line manager, Mr. Marcus Senegal. He's the parts admin. Parts manager, by the way. Yes.
Right.
With him, some of the things I was so skeptical about. I thought, okay, I'm here to do this. And even though sometimes he says, I want you to learn this because I see that you're capable, I was so doubtful until we had a conversation, and he was like, he tried to explain to me that, you know where I started? Somewhere in the 90s.
Yeah.
I was not even in school yet.
Yeah.
When he started in the motor industry.
Right. You were not even born.
Yeah, we can understand. He started from the bottom. He was a picker packer. Now he's he knows the parts department like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
He knows everything. Even if, like for instance, now he's away for a few days, so I'm holding in for him. Even if you can call him and say, I need 1, 2, 3, he's gonna tell you exactly where you're gonna find it.
Oh wow.
He knows everything. He knows, even with the part numbers. You can just give him the middle part number and he will tell you, okay, this is for which car and this is for
wow.
He's not just there in the office saying,
right.
I'm the manager, so I don't have to learn anything.
Right,
he knows everything, and he's willing to motivate and give you the way forward that even if I don't succeed, I want to make a difference in someone's life.
That's amazing. I always say this, that it's so important to learn from these gentlemen that have been in the industry for years. Because they can teach us what a textbook or Google can never. And they have a lot of knowledge and they're very wise. So, well done for learning from him and for grasping and being that sponge. It's very important. Any words of advice for young girls that want to be a Phumzile and be in parts?
The only thing that I can advise them on is they shouldn't be intimidated that the parts department is dominated by men. Because sometimes we just there thinking, no, but I have never seen a lady in the parts department besides doing admin. Go out there, apply yourself. Do things that people think it's impossible. You know, you don't have to wait for someone to say, you must do this. Let them find you doing it. If you're doing it wrong, then they can at least try to show you the right way to do it. Because I believe that's how I got to learn a few things that I know right now.
Yes.
And I'm not going to stop now because I believe that I'm going to grow in the motor industry.
You're amazing.
So they should also do the same for themselves.
That's amazing. Well done, Phumzile. I'm very proud of you. I thank you so much for coming. Is there anything you want to add? I give people that drive 3 hours plus all the way to me extra airtime, okay? So is there anything else that you want to add to this conversation?
The only thing I would like to add is that I would like you guys to continue with what you're doing. It shouldn't end with me, and it shouldn't end now, even though the road may be rough sometimes. Right. But I believe that you're making a difference in people's lives, even though you don't know it yet, even though we don't get back to you.
No, I know it. No, I'm joking.
Even though sometimes you don't have to say it, but you can see. I don't have to come back and say, but this did for me and whatnot. But I think the platform is. I applaud you for starting this initiative because now we out there, we're gonna be there in the open. So people 5 years from now, even 5 years is too far. People 3 years from now, 2 years from now, who do not want to be in the motor industry as females, then that's on their own. Like they are losing because you're giving them the right platform to express themselves.
Well, thank you so much, Phumzile. That is a vote of confidence. That is encouragement for me to continue. No, I cannot stop with you because after you, I have another interview coming in. So I'm booked up for 2 months, I think. So no, I can't stop because yes, it is needed. People want this woman like yourself helps me to continue. So thank you for being so supportive towards our initiative, and please share this initiative with everyone in Klerksdorp and make me famous, okay?
I'll do that, definitely.
In Klerksdorp. Thank you so much, Phumzile, and good luck for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards 2023.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Viewers, thank you for watching, commenting and sharing our interviews and our content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC and Evo, by Nedbank, and the Talk the Talk Studios, powered by Sariti Solutions, are aimed at recognizing and celebrating women of motoring South Africa, women just like Phumzile over here. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives. And together we aim to empower and uplift the women of our trade. For those of you that are searching for your new ride, please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips and advice, all courtesy of Talk the Talk Studios. Ladies, I just want to end off this very special interview by saying it's never too late to start dreaming about the prospect of your future. And I think it's apt that I'm saying this because that is exactly what Phumzile does. She started off doing something else in her career, and now she's dreaming big, and she's taking the initiative to do this. So it's never too late, and it is never too late to also pursue these dreams. It is never an easy task to reach for one's dreams, but the reward of one's hard work to achieve, it will always satisfy. You just have to have courage that in the end, all the hard work, sweat and tears will have been worth it. And remember, as always, that the question should never be, who's going to let me? It should always be, who's going to stop me?